Torres administration, we left. If we're invited to come back, this is strategic. We will study it, see if it makes sense, if it helps us. And if we can help with illegal mining, narco-terrorism, and illegal fishing, which is extremely serious, if we can help with that, we are willing to consider it. This is something that the President and that the Department of Defense will make. But if we are asked to do so, this is an ally and a friend in a strategic location. They are a sovereign country, and they have to invite us to come, and we will take this into consideration.
There's nothing in the meetings we haven't discussed in the past, because we're in constant communication through our embassy, through the personal relationships that we have, and I follow the issues very closely, and I've been very familiar with Ecuador for a very long time. These visits are important, though, because I think they signal how much we value our relationship with Ecuador, how important our relationship with Ecuador, and how much we appreciate the cooperation and the cooperative spirit in which we interact. The other question was whether we were considering military bases. Look, Ecuador is a sovereign country. They'd have to invite us. We used to be here. In 2009, we were asked to leave by Korea, who didn't like us very much and I guess wanted to help out the narco-traffickers, and so we left. But if they invite us to return, we will consider it very seriously, because it's a request of an ally in a very strategic part of the world.
Muchas gracias. Finalmente, tenemos la
So in
pregunta de
closing,
Sean
we
Tandem
have
de
a
AFP.
question, Sean Tandem from AFP.
Hi, thanks, Secretary Rubio and Madam Foreign Minister. Mr. Secretary, if I could go briefly to another part of the world. There have been moves by members of the Israeli government toward annexation of the West Bank. It's been discussed. This is explicitly a step to bury the prospect of a Palestinian state, which you've publicly opposed. Does the United States either support or accept these moves? The United Arab Emirates have said that this is a red line, that this would jeopardize the Abraham Accords. Related to that, to the Palestinian state recognition moves, you've in recent days suspended or revoked visas for members of the Palestinian Authority, but also, as you understand it, ordinary Palestinian Authority passport holders. Do you see this as a long-term move? Does this show that you don't see legitimacy of the Palestinian Authority?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, the Palestinian Authority has its own set of problems. Pay for slay. They pay people to kill Israelis. We have problems with them too. Obviously, Hamas is at a different category, but we have problems. Look, we told all these countries, we told them all. We said, if you guys do this recognition stuff, it's all fake. It's not even real. If you do it, you're going to create big problems. There's going to be a response from Israel. You're going to make it harder to get a ceasefire, and it may even trigger these sorts of actions that you've seen, or at least these attempts at these actions. So we're watching it closely. I'm not going to opine on it today, other than to tell you that we predicted this would happen. We warned everybody it would happen. But nonetheless, some of these people decided they wanted to move forward with something that's illusory. Right now, we should be focused on how do we end this war in Gaza? How do you eliminate Hamas? How do you disarm Hamas? That war could end tomorrow if Hamas just disarmed and surrendered and released the 20 hostages, which shouldn't even be there. It would end. Hamas refuses to do that. So, but that said, we don't like the humanitarian suffering. We've offered a lot of aid. We've provided a lot of aid. We're prepared to provide aid now, and we're prepared to provide a lot of aid after the war ends as well, along with other countries around the world. But as far as what you're seeing with the West Bank and the annexation, that's not a final thing. That's something that's being discussed among some elements of Israeli politics. I'm not going to opine on that today. What I am going to tell you is it was wholly predictable. We told all these countries, before they went out and they did this, we told them that if they did this, if they went through with this thing, there wasn't going to be a Palestinian state, because that's not the way a Palestinian state is going to happen, because they have a press conference somewhere. And we told them that it would lead to these sort of reciprocal actions, and it would make a ceasefire harder. And by the way, let me tell you something. The day that the French announced their thing, the thing they did, that day, Hamas walked away from the negotiating table. They immediately increased their demands and walked away and stopped negotiating. So we also warned that would happen. And it did. So, but sometimes, these guys don't listen. They do what they're going to do because of their own domestic politics, which is fine. But these are consequences of that.
Bueno, el Ecuador mantiene una posición muy clara.
Has a very clear position. We have rejected terrorist actions caused on October 7th, 2023 in Israel?
Estamos en contra
She
de
said 24.
cualquier acto
We are
terrorista de
against
cualquiera de
any
las
terrorist
formas contra
act
los
or
civiles.
any
Por otro lado,
action against
Ecuador
civilians.
ha
On the other
apoyado
hand,
desde el
Ecuador
día
has
uno
supported
a
from
la
day
posición
one
de
the
Israel
position of
que
Israel
se deben retornar
of
a todas las
returning
personas
every
que han sido
single one
capturadas
of the
como
persons
rehenes,
that were
personas
held
civiles.
as
Y por otro lado, nosotros
hostages,
reconocemos
civilian hostages. We historically recognize two territories, two countries. They have diplomatic missions in our territory. This is historically true in Ecuador. We think this has to be solved soon to prevent suffering and make it clear that we will never support terrorism.
De esta manera damos fin a la rueda de prensa.
This takes us to the end of our press conference. We thank you for your presence and allow the authorities to leave first, please. Remain where you are.
No, I understand. Right now, he's like, it's not going to happen. Right now, like Chris is like all the way in the front, so it's gonna take a second.